back. This is episode 16.
Are we sure?
Yes, because we're redoing it. I literally put in the book 16 again. Like, what the fuck?
So, what? We recorded 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, we recorded on 420.
We recorded 420. Tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
And Cinco de Drinko.
Yes, and that's exactly what we shall be doing.
Exactly. And honestly, the episode that we first recorded was like, whatever. And while Alexis was editing, she erased my whole track.
It's like, Abby, who?
She said, call her daddy, we're breaking up.
Yes.
Deleted the whole thing.
I said, single father. Single father.
Single father. And we're just like, well.
God.
And then Alexis was like, we should just quit. And I'm like, you know what? We can't go out like this. I'm not going to go out like this.
Yeah.
So here we are. Episode 16, the second.
How many times have we done this? Like, how many fucking times? We actually changed the whole theme this time. So in the first episode 16 that we were going to do, it was called Who's Next? And it was basically going to be about, like, who's next after, like, you break up with someone. I think eventually we will do that episode.
Yes, because the topic was interesting.
It was interesting, and we both had very different things to say. So I think we will end up doing that, like, again sometime in the near future. But it is May, and that is my birth month.
Woohoo!
And therefore, we felt this topic was a little bit more fitting.
Yes.
So today's topic, topic, okay, is 21 types of party people.
But before we jump into that, I think we've been gone a while. So should we catch them up with what we've been up to?
Oh my God, yes, you're so right. You go first. What have you been up to?
So what I've been up to? How long has it been since? It's been like 3 months?
It's been since February. Since my surgery. Valentine's Day. That was the last episode we did.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. That's a long time.
That is a
okay,
long time.
So what I've been up to, Alexis and I are working together again.
Yeah. Who let us? Who said?
Whose idea? Who proved? Why?
Honestly.
But it's been great. Honestly, our schedules are still pretty different.
Yeah.
Like, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the gang's back together. So Alexis and I met at the same workplace, and that's how, we got close. We became friends there. Mm-hmm. And then we went our separate ways, and then now we're like back together again.
At that workplace.
At that same workplace. Yeah. So it's been fun. It's like crazy because we're like, wow.
Yeah. Like full circle.
Yeah, it's just like all full circle.
It's just weird.
I think I went through like 3 jobs just to end up back at the same place.
Damn.
Whole ass clown. Paint my face.
You know what? It's the both of us.
Yeah.
Because I've been there.
Yeah.
I left for like a year and then I came back, so clown.
Something keeps pulling us back in.
The devil.
We're cursed together. So I'm back there. And what else? Oh, I'm going back to school.
Yeah.
I'm going to Cal State San Bernardino.
Yes, that's such a big accomplishment.
Thank you. So I'm really excited. I'm going to start in the fall. And I'm just like really looking forward to have like, goals again when it comes to academics.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to be stressed out.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
100%. Talk about your wrists.
Oh my gosh. So talk about your wrist. So my wrist. So my hands have just been really sore. Like I tried brushing my hair the other day and I like dropped the brush. Like I can't like close my fist. It was crazy. So talked to my doctor, whatever, and he's like, oh, you like have carpal tunnel. And for anyone who doesn't know what carpal tunnel is, that's basically where you start to like lose feeling like in your hands. It kind of just feels like pins and needles, like kind of like when your foot falls asleep and it's like waking back up, like that's how it feels. And like my hands just get really sore easily and just like messy. So I'm wearing like these braces now. And it just, they give me such less movement. And I look like a little twatty wearing them, but
It's so funny.
I think I told you, like, you know how those dogs look when they have like a little cast on their feet?
That's literally what it is.
That's what it looks like.
Oh.
Like, am I 75? I might be.
Oh.
So, so I got the carp.
She's got the card.
The Rona didn't get me, but the carp did.
I hate you.
So luckily the doctor said that it's not too severe. I just do my little hand exercises and wear my brace anytime I can, and it should be better. But if I have to get surgery, that unemployment though.
Yep.
But let's hope
That
it doesn't come to
disability.
that. Yes, that disability. But yeah, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think there's much else to really update you guys on.
Love that.
Yeah, what's been going on with you?
Jesus fucking Christ. Where do I start?
So many things.
Where do I start? So
Remember, we gotta keep this
under an hour.
at least under an hour.
Okay, so the last time we recorded, I was out of work due to the fact that I had surgery. I had to get my appendix removed, so it was emergency surgery. Literally went to work one day perfectly fine, came home puking my guts out and with the most intense pain in my abdomen. And then I told Gabby, hey, I'm going to go to the ER because, like, yeah, I'm, like, really sick. I don't know. And I feel like I was super nonchalant about it. Like, I was just like, oh, I'll be back in a couple hours.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and Gabby was like, what the fuck? But I do kind of go to the doctors a lot.
Yeah.
Because I have, like, a blood condition. So I do kind of go to the doctors pretty often. But yeah, I told her, like, yeah, I'll be back in, like, a couple hours. And she was like, do you want me to drive you? And I was like, no, like, my mom's taking me. I'm good. So I go, I'm like, I have a pretty high pain tolerance. What I realized, actually, because I didn't think I did, but I do. And I was, like, in so much pain that I was, like, at one point, like...
This fucking helicopter. We should have closed the door.
Yeah. It was a helicopter for me. But anyway, so I was in so much pain that I literally was like crying at some points because it was just like hurting so bad. And then the doctor came in and was like, yeah, your appendix isn't doing so good, so we're gonna take it out. And I was like, oh. And then I had to be out of work for 2 weeks and I was bored out of my fucking mind, literally damn near every day. And I couldn't really walk, and we have stairs, and they like literally told me to sleep on the couch downstairs, and that just wasn't gonna happen. So I stayed upstairs for like 3 days because I couldn't move.
When I saw her, she looked like an actual zombie.
I looked like shit. Like I still had like eye makeup on because it was Super Bowl Sunday is when it happened. So we were doing a Valentine's Day look, and I had red eyeliner, and so my eyes were just like red because it was like crying and it was like crazy. Bless
Excuse
you.
me.
I just looked a mess. But anyways, so that happened. Probably like a month later, I got really sick, and I was like home for a while. And then probably like a month after that, I like almost died again because I got really, really sick. I got strep throat. I still to this day do not know how because I didn't like make out with anyone or drink out of someone else's cup.
You just got the strep.
I just got the strep. It just like was airborne all of a sudden. I'm just built different, I guess. So I got the strep, and then like literally in the same week, I was like, okay, like I'm starting to feel better. I'm gonna go back to work. And then I go to my morning workout. I come home and literally just start throwing up everything. I couldn't hold anything down for like the whole day. So I was out again for like a week. But I had also gotten my vaccine, so I think that had a lot to do with it. Yeah.
Badly.
When I talked to my doctor, he said that basically my body was just like hating on itself because I had the surgery not too long before that, and then I got the vaccine, and then I got the strep, and I was on antibiotics for that. So
The struggle.
it was just, I died like almost 3 times this year. And then a couple of days ago, I got some pretty upsetting news about work. So yeah, I've had a pretty shit year so far, kind of. But I mean, at the same time, it's had a lot of like good moments. Had a lot of good moments. So I'm trying to like
We're
just
looking
think
at the
about
bright
that.
side still.
Yeah, just trying to think about that. And then as far as work goes, I think this needed to happen in order to push me out of my comfort zone, because I tend to get very like comfortable in situations. Not necessarily because like I like the situation, but more so because like I just go day by day, and like, you know, I work a lot of doubles, and like when I'm not working, I'm like going out or I'm sleeping. So it's like I don't really have a lot of time to like put my efforts into other things. So I think that this was kind of just like a push from the universe to like pursue other options.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm trying to look at it, I guess. Like, it kind of sucks, but like it is what it is.
Yeah.
What else? I think that's it.
Yeah.
I like basically almost died like 6 times this year, but who's counting? But yeah, me and Gabby are working together again, and that's super fun. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like, there's really not much else.
Did we share the story about the explosion?
I don't think so. It happened after my surgery, so no.
You know what? I think we tried telling it in the last
Oh,
one
yeah.
we recorded.
Okay, so if you're familiar, which I assume most of you are, because like the only people who listen to us are people that like know us and live pretty much in Chino. But there was a huge explosion in Ontario. It was like fireworks that went off in someone's house that they were like hoarding. So Gabby and I live like approximately like a mile to 2 miles away from where it happened. And we were at home. We had just got done working out. We came home. We were sitting on the couch about to play Mario Kart. And
Any
all
other
of a
day.
sudden, literally,
Just chilling.
and we're never home. Like, that's the craziest part.
yeah.
We just so happen to be home this day. And all of a sudden, like, you just hear a loud, like, boom, boom. And the whole house shakes.
And you know what? The whole house shook, but it did not feel like an earthquake.
No, it didn't. I will say that. It didn't.
It
like,
did
at
not
all.
feel like-
It felt different.
Yeah, it felt different. So let me tell you where my mind went to. So, you know, chilling, having a good time. And then the boom, boom. And then I look at Alexis and I look outside and I see that our patio umbrella is like tilted now. And I was like, oh my God, Alexis, we got struck by lightning.
But
Our house got struck by lightning.
the way that she said it will be imprinted into my brain for the rest of my life. So before you said that, I had said, I had reacted to it. So, like, it happened, and we both kind of looked at each other, and we were like, what the fuck was that? And then, like, I had said, like, oh, like, something fell from the heavens. Like, something fucking sarcastic.
Something so
like,
dumb.
Like, yeah, like,
Like, this whole thing's like a joke to her. She said fucking Zeus just like dropped something from the heavens on our fucking Ontario townhouse. Like, are you
literally.
kidding
And I kind
me?
of like giggled about it. And then Gabby turns to me and she's like, Alexis, I think we just got hit by lightning. Like, her voice like just went up to like the super like high pitch. And I was like, what do you mean? like what are you talking about? Because like I knew that shit was not lightning. And she's like, look, the umbrella, it's like on the floor. And I'm looking at it, and she's like, no, it's like tilted. And then so I like stand up and I'm like, okay, yeah, it is tilted. And then I was like, okay, let's go outside and check it out. So we go outside. Literally, not a cloud in the sky.
Not one.
The clearest fucking day in the month of whatever the fuck, April. It was just like, I was like, Gabriella, where'd you get lightning from? Where?
It was a sunny, clear day. It was maybe like 74 degrees outside.
It was so funny. But like, she was being dead serious. So like, I didn't want to laugh. So
I
I was
think-
just like,
I just like kind of panicked, and instantly in my mind, even though this was far from logical, I tried to make some logical explanation as to what I just fucking felt right now.
Yeah.
And I jumped to fucking lightning.
yeah, you did. I was like, thunder maybe because the sound, but she just went, nope, it was lightning.
Fucking lightning.
It was lightning.
Lightning
And then we go
struck out.
outside and there's like no clouds in the sky, but there's like a mushroom cloud of like smoke. And I was just like, well,
Yeah.
I think there was a bomb or something because
And
that's
then
not
we were
normal.
like, oh my God. And then like all our neighbors came out, and it was like really quick that like we saw, like it was unfortunately like an explosion.
Yeah. It ended up being like a super unfortunate event, so like we're not laughing at that. We're just laughing at Gabriella's reaction to it because it might have been the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
It was so, I was just like, what? I mean, we can laugh about it now, but in the moment she was genuinely terrified, and I was just like, Abby, like, what are you talking about?
There's this, like, the point of the story is there's two different kinds of people.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's ever an emergency, I feel like, when has there ever been like another situation like that where like you see like our different reactions? Because I feel like for the most part I stay pretty chill about things, and then you'll be like kind of quick to be like, wait, like,
Yeah, but I feel like when it comes to shit like, okay, so like, you know, like a natural disaster, I feel like Alexis would be a little more calm than me. But when it comes to like the paranormal, the dark.
okay, but I'm afraid for my life.
Okay, but it's like, to me, I'm just like, there's nothing there. You think there's like the invisible demon after you.
Okay, let me just say this. I'm afraid of the dark. I think I said this in another episode. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm a grown-ass woman. I will happily admit that. There is no shame.
Isn't there?
Fuck you. Miss fucking... Oh my god, I got hit by lightning! Fucking bitch, I hate you. Anyways, so I'm afraid of the dark. But I just genuinely, like, I feel like I need to see what I'm doing, where I'm going, what's ahead of me. Because, like, we just put ourselves in situations where we leave ourselves vulnerable sometimes. And I would just rather turn all the fucking lights on in the house so I can see the intruders, so that way when I survive the attack, I could leave a description.
The imaginary intruder, mind you.
You never know, Gabriella. The Night Stalker, he didn't just stalk, like, specific people. He stalked random people. We're the random people.
You know what? If anyone were to die randomly, it would be us.
No, I'm surviving the attack.
I would die.
Yeah, you would.
I would.
100%, because you're going to walk into your room, it's going to be pitch black, and he's going to be standing right in front of you. You won't even see it. You'll be like, it's lightning.
I got stabbed. Oh my god. I got stabbed by lightning.
It went through the walls. Fuck. Anyways, okay, so that's enough about our little catch-up. Catch-up? What the fuck?
Our little life update.
Yeah.
But let's get into this.
Yes.
21 types of party people.
So we're going to go through each one and kind of give a little description as to, like, what we mean by that. We're going to start as, like, kind of like how it is at the beginning of the party, I guess. Like, what we, like, the types of people we observe to, like, the end of the night. I feel like that's, like, the Call me Carol Baskin. Call me goddamn Carol Baskin.
Howard. Get your shit together, Howard.
Shit.
Okay, so we're just gonna get started naming off these different types of party people. Kind of like from what we observe and go through in the beginning of the night to like the very end.
Yeah, we've had a lot of parties at our house. So I feel like we're experienced from the point of like seeing people come in and how they act, but then at the same time we've been to enough parties to where I feel like we've been those people as well.
Yes.
That have been observed. Does that make any sense?
In my mind, in my buzzed mind right now, because we are drinking wine, today we are sponsored by Italia Roscato, but not really.
Never really.
It's actually very delicious. If you like sweet
yeah,
red wines,
so good.
Roscato sweet red. It has a little golden star.
Mm-hmm.
Super good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Anyways.
All right. So 21 types of party people. Number 1, there's the quiet people. I feel like every party has at least one quiet person. It's like either someone who's socially awkward or it's a friend of a friend. So they got brought along for the ride, and at first they start off pretty quiet because they don't know anyone.
Has social anxiety.
Yes.
I feel like dragged out.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the quiet people. And there's always one. Usually more than one, but there's always at least one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say I feel like I've been this person.
I think you have 2. Yeah.
Not necessarily like in my own house as much. But unless like Alexis has like brought some new people that I don't really know, then yeah, I'm a little more quiet. Just because like I like to like observe more than anything. But especially if we're out, like I'll definitely be like more on the quiet side. But not to the point where I don't think I'm standoffish. Because if like I'm at someone else's place, I'm definitely gonna say like hello, like
I think
like that.
if you're ever standoffish, it's more so when people come here, and you're like I feel like with you is we're like opposites. Like you need people, not need, but like you kind of expect people to kind of like build that relationship with you. And then I more so like try to build that relationship with people. I feel like, like initially at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's maybe where some people could say like you're a little standoffish. But I don't think you're like rude or anything.
No, never.
Okay, number 2, the couch potatoes. These are the people who separate themselves and sit on the couch and have an hour-long discussion of prom 2016.
Oh no!
Like
No.
like I don't know. I just said that. I didn't even we graduated in 2014. This is so awkward. Anyways, regardless. Regardless. This is just those people that just like kind of, I feel like these are the people that kind of separate themselves. Maybe this is like the group of quiet people that just have bonded. Yeah, that just have bonded over the fact that they're both like kind of uncomfortable or just like quiet or don't really want to bring too much attention to themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe it also can be like if you haven't seen that friend in a really long time and you just so happen to see them at this party you weren't expecting to see them at, and like you guys are catching up. It could also be like a situation like that. So there are the couch potatoes though. There's always that group of people who are sitting in the corner talking.
Yeah. I feel like if I go to a party for some reason and I know 0 people, but I find like that one friend, I will definitely sit on the couch with them and just like do my own thing.
Yeah.
Until I get like super fucked up. Then I'll go socialize.
Yeah, definitely.
So number 3 would be the loners.
These are the observant ones. These are the people who came to the party maybe not wanting to come to the party, but were kind of like forced by their other friends to come and choose not to socialize with other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of see that in like a lot of guys, like, their group of guy friends are going out and they'll just like be in the group, but they won't necessarily be like taking part in any of like the activities. Like,
they'll be sitting, they'll be
shots.
sitting at the table with the guys, but will not be invested in the conversation that they're having whatsoever. They'll just kind of be there. Mm-hmm. So they're not necessarily
first to leave.
Yeah. Like, yes. Yeah, that's like the loner. Gotta have them.
And I feel like the loners could relate to our next one, the stoners.
Yes, definitely. So the stoners, I feel like there's 2 categories. There's the seasoned stoners, the ones who get stoned whenever, wherever, however, all the time, any party, any time of day. And then there's the stoners that only smoke at functions, at parties.
Yeah.
I think that either way, a lot of the times, unless you're like the type of stoner who's still very like coherent after you smoke, a lot of the times people who like smoke kind of like just stick to the other people that smoke and that's it. They don't really like, they're kind of the loners. Yeah, they just kind of like sit in their corner, they smoke, they chill, they vibe. Yeah. They listen to the music that's playing, they laugh.
But I feel like there may be like not just like the loner, but maybe like cousins to the loners, because they'll still be like a vibe.
Yeah, they'll still be like
actual party.
Yeah,
and
you're
like talk to people and be like, hey, you want to hit this? Like,
yeah, that's true.
And I just gotta share a little story about our friend. I think we named her Cardi.
I thought it was Chucky or the Exorcist.
Oh, Chucky. Okay, Chucky. So our friend Chucky, I was just getting to know her, okay? Just getting to know her, and I think we were having a game night or something.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And she was like, hey, like, do you mind, like, if I smoke? And I was just like, yeah, just, like, not in the house.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, like, for sure. Tell me why this girl just brings out her weed, puts it all on the table and starts like rolling a blunt like on our placemat.
Yeah. I looked at her like, you know that TikTok where it's like, oh no, oh no.
And I know we call this house the trap house, but like that really
Respect the
got to me.
house.
Respect the trap house. Like, yeah, I said you could smoke. I don't care, but you're really gonna roll the blunt where I have my dinner?
Yeah. Gabby was actually really pressed about it. It was so funny because I knew she fucked up and I was just laughing like, well,
There's nothing you can do. What's
you
done
done
is
fucked up.
And like, I think she caught on, and wasn't she like,
She's like, I'm so sorry. And like she tried wiping it and then she just wiped it on the floor and it was just like a mess. It was just like, you're just making it worse. Like, just stop. just get out.
safe to say, Chucky and I are really cool now.
Yeah.
But I wanted to hit her. She was
Yeah.
definitely a stoner.
Yeah, definitely.
So number 5.
The hungry ones.
The hungry one.
The hungry ones. So after the stoners, are done with doing what they're doing, they get the munchies. They come inside and they raid my fridge. Not all of them, but some of them. And I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? But I feel like Gabby and I have had enough parties at the house, and we always invite like the same people for the most part. So like those people, we're very like, I feel like our house is your house type of vibe. So like they know that they're more than welcome to help themselves. Just like don't overdo it.
And Alexis is always like the snacker out of the two of us.
Yeah.
So she always has the most snacks on deck.
Yeah, I have chips. Something.
And I can't tell you the amount of times where, like, after a party or a kickback or something, all her shit is gone. And it's
literally,
actually funny.
like, yeah, I literally bought like 4 bags of chips once, and with no intention of sharing. No, zero intention.
And that shit gets passed around the table.
And I'm like, oh shit, where'd it go? Like, where's she at? And I'm just like, oh, she's gone. But I feel like you're more so I'm like the snacker for sure. I'm one of the hungry ones. Like, I'll eat during just to like, especially when I'm drinking, I kind of just need something to snack on so I don't like yak, basically. But I feel like at the end of the night, you're more so the person that's like, okay, I need to eat something before I go to bed so I don't like throw up. And you'll like make a trip to Jack in the Box at like 3 a.m.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, so like I know I should be eating something like before, like, we start drinking a lot, but a lot of the times it just doesn't happen. So in my mind, I'm like, 1, I've been drinking a lot and I might have smoked, so I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah.
And I just like know I need something to soak up some of this alcohol. So Jack in the Box is my go-to. It's my go-to.
Yeah.
It's around the corner.
Easy.
We're gonna go.
Yep.
Somehow. Uber knows where I live. At 3 a.m.
It's not Uber.
Every Friday and Saturday.
It's never Uber.
So, yeah, the hungry ones.
The hungry ones, yeah. I feel like everyone kind of ends their night as a hungry one.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Lots of people.
There's bathroom hogs. So, funny story. Okay, a bathroom hog can be anyone. It could be like if you got really sick, you can't hang, then you're hogging up the bathroom because you're puking all night, you're a bathroom hog. It could be the girls that met in the bathroom and they're best friends all of a sudden have like 2-hour conversation. You're a bathroom hog. It could be you're staring at yourself in the mirror because you're realizing how fucked up you are and the room is kind of spinning.
It's so true.
You're a bathroom hog. If you're in the bathroom for longer than any time other than you peed and you washed your hands, you're a bathroom hog because there's probably somebody else that needs to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Bathroom hogs. Those are most girls, I feel. The only time guys are bathroom hogs is when they're done for the night.
100%.
Yeah.
We had something here for my friend's birthday.
Oh my
and
God.
He didn't know how to act, and it
No.
was just like shots after shots. And he ended up in our bathroom just like throwing up, flushing the toilet, washing his hands, throwing up, flushing the toilet, washing his hands. Like, I don't know.
For
how
like
many
2
times.
hours, I think.
2 hours.
Maybe like an hour and a half.
At least. Like,
Because for a while, he wasn't even throwing up anymore. He was just like sitting in there, like defeated.
yeah.
Like just utterly defeated.
Yeah. The
Like me.
The Hennessy won that night.
Like me.
The Hennessy beat all of us that night.
The other week. We don't talk about that.
Moving on to number 7. The snobby one.
Yeah. So these ones are the ones that when you walk into a party, I feel like this is more so when we've gone out because people don't really act like this when they come to our house because then we probably kick them out. But when we go out.
But surprisingly, we've gotten that vibe before.
We have gotten that vibe before, but it wasn't our friends.
That's
So
true.
it would never be, I would never allow one of my friends to like make you feel that way or me feel that way. Like,
True.
fuck off.
Literally hasn't been either of our friends.
No.
Guess who that leaves?
Bitch ass, motherfucking ass. Ooh.
Hoe ass. Brother ass.
Father.
Father ass.
Father ass. Okay. But I feel like this is more so when you like go out and you walk into a room and there's just that group of people that literally look at you and kind of just like give
away.
give you that look of just like disdain and then just look away. And it's like
why
fuck
are you here?
Like, bitch, the party didn't start till I got here.
It's so weird. Like,
It just makes it awkward, and then you don't want to say hi, and then it just makes you uncomfortable, and I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're a snob, like, even if you don't mean to be snobby, just, like, don't be snobby. Like, just don't.
Yeah. I feel like even when I'm a little quiet, like, if I, like, make eye contact with somebody, or if there's, like, literally not a lot of people, and it's obvious, like, you know, someone entered the room, they're saying hi to people, like, I'm gonna say, like, hey, like, at least. Like, there have been so many times where I'll walk into, like, you know, party, whatever room, and, like, there will be, like, girls who just, like, and guys, too, who will just, like, look at you and look away.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you don't owe me anything, you're not my best friend, but it's like, you're just, like, killing my vibe.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah. It's fucking annoying.
It's ugly.
I just hate that. Yeah, it's just, like, not cute. It's just not cute.
Not cute at
Just
all.
don't do that. Number 8, babysitter. There's 2 types of babysitters. So there's the babysitter that babysits their drinks, who literally like will sit on their drink for an hour and they'll be acting like they're drunk, but they really haven't even taken a sip in like 20 minutes.
Yes.
And then there's the babysitter who's literally a babysitter, who's like the mom of the group and is like concerned about like everyone's well-being. How are they doing? If that person's throwing up, how many glasses of water do they need? Like, do I need to like call you a ride, you know? So I feel like there's 2 types of babysitters.
Those are the 2 types.
And yeah, I don't think I'm either one.
I would not say I'm a babysitter of my drink, but like, I'm definitely the other babysitter, for sure.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many like tears I've wiped away, how many, you know, people's hair I've held up,
Yeah.
like how many people I've made eat before they leave, like so they don't like, you know, throw up in their car.
I think how many times have you taken care of me? Like once or twice?
Have I what?
Taking care of me when I run drunk?
A couple times.
I think I've only taken care of you like once. And
Yeah.
I was laughing while I did it because I was like, how is this happening?
We'll get into that.
Number 9, the aggressive shot pusher. This is the person who's taken 1 shot and the other person's taken 3 shots and they're still trying to convince that person that they need to take another shot. Or the infamous, let's take a shot together. And you take a
love
goddamn water shot. There's that.
You know what's funny? Like, I 100%, and I know other people are guilty of this. It can't just be me. Excuse me. Wine. I'll notice that the people, you know, carrying around their bottle and want people to get fucked up and take shots and shit, they're never as drunk as everyone else. But they're always like, take a shot, like always like yelling at people, take shots.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
I notice that a lot.
Wow, that's a good
And I'm
point.
like, what about you?
Yeah.
We're killing your bottle. You bought this for me? Thank you.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah. They're just very pushy as far as like getting other people to drink, but they're not necessarily gonna drink with them.
You know, but I'm not really that mad about it. Because it's like, you're supplying me alcohol.
I feel like you're usually the one who's the shot pusher, so I don't know what to say about it. Then there's the angry ones. Ooh. So these are the people that once they get to a certain level of drunk, they start to try to pick a fight, or they try to just like get mad about anything.
Just messy.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's just messy. They just get mad and there's no need for it. Like everyone's just trying to chill, trying to vibe, and they're just trying to fight. Like,
yeah, I feel like I've seen this a lot in more guys.
Yes, for sure.
Than girls. Like, I've seen some guys, like, you know, whatever, someone might hit on their girl. They might, you know, give them, like, a little toot, nothing to freak out about, but yeah, it's annoying. And that's just an excuse for them to be like, you want to go, bro?
Yeah.
What'd you say, bro?
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God. When a guy,
like that.
when you hear a guy say, bro, you just know.
Just walk away.
You just know that he wants to fight. Like, if I hear a guy say bro, I'm just, like, walking in the other direction.
Or if I hear what's up, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Everyone get their popcorn.
Bye.
Let's get the cameras rolling.
I hate you.
It's so scary to see men fight, personally, for me, because they're just so...
I don't think I've ever, like... I don't know. Maybe I have. I don't know.
I think I've seen so many, like, not maybe kind of, no, not so many, but I've seen, like, a few fights go down at, like, my local bars, like, fucking, like, Roscoe's at St. Patrick's Day, especially, or, like, Lynn's, or, like, Shams, R.I.P., love that place. Yeah. And, like, when some men just, like, get to that point, I'm like, why? Like, but you know what I've noticed? A lot of the angry drunks have a lot, I feel like they just got a lot going on in their lives that they're frustrated about.
I mean, yeah, it all stems from them not, like, expressing themselves, like, naturally. But at the same time, like, figure it out. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be acting like that in public. Like, unless somebody does something to, like, actually be offensive or, like, deserves to get hit, you shouldn't just be offering your fist to anyone.
Yeah. Or even, like, you know, I've known some girls who are, like, that they even, like, you know, someone even looks at them the wrong way, like, or, like, says, like, no, thank you. Or, like, even their tone changes a little bit. It's just, like, they got, like, they're ready to fight. And I'm like,
the end of the world, yeah.
Like, bitch, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Chill.
I'm not a fighter. Well, no, I'm not a fighter. I, like, will argue with people to the end of the day. Like, literally to the end of time. But I won't initiate anything as far as, like, physical.
Yeah. I don't think either of us would.
Yeah. We would have to, like, be swung at first. And then all of a sudden, like, both of us are going
I think we would have to be swung at first. Or if I saw someone, like, lay their hands on you.
Yeah.
And say they got, like, a really good punch in. And, like, you know, you're, like, discombobulated. Like, I'm jumping them.
Yeah.
Like,
thank you.
That's the only way.
I would do the same.
Thank you.
I'm grabbing her by the hair and I'm just holding there until you get up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna knee her in the face until she's like, in the ambulance. Like.
Oh my God! I didn't know we got each other's back.
Don't even try.
So obviously,
who are the angry ones now?
God damn it! The tables have turned.
So you have the angry one, and then you have the crier.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, so the crier, oh God, there's so many different types of criers.
I could either feel for the crier, or I could be like, please shut the fuck up and leave and go home.
Yes. For instance, I'm going to tell a story. It's kind of illegal, but I'm still going to tell it. So we had people over one time.
Oh, God.
And
I know where this is going.
And I was still peak, kind of getting through my emotions as far as, like, my breakup. So I wouldn't say I was, like, the most emotionally stable person, but at the same time, I feel like I never got to this level. We had someone over, and she had just broken up with her boyfriend. And she was crying. When I tell you, like hyperventilating, crying, like that, like breathing hard, crying. And I felt for her. I was like, oh my God. She's like, yeah, I mean, my boyfriend broke up and I'm so sad and like blah, blah, blah. And like she wasn't my friend personally, so I didn't know her like origin story.
She wasn't either of our friends.
Yeah.
That's so kind of annoying. I'm like, you know, like, yeah, I'm kind of like a little concerned for you, but like, who the fuck are you?
Yes. I was just like, yeah, exactly. And I was just like kind of confused. Like, I don't know. Like, dang, like I felt so bad for her, you know? So she was being a couch potato. And she was crying in the corner by herself while everyone else was sitting at the table. And I came downstairs and I like went to talk to her because I felt really like bad for her. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry. Like, breakups suck. Like, I'm going through a breakup too. Like, blah, blah, blah.
It's not like no one was there for her, though.
Yes. Like, we were, like,
you know?
very much there for her. She was, like, literally crying to the point where she couldn't even, like, breathe. And I was like, how long were you with him? When she told me that she was with him for not even 3 months, I damn near kicked her out myself.
We're all crying about our boyfriends who've been together for damn near a decade.
Yeah. Me and Gabby literally, Gabby, you were going through a breakup too. And, like, we looked at each other and, like, literally with our eyes was just like, this fucking bitch. How dare she?
Like,
How dare she come into our house?
If she's crying, we should be hospitalized.
That's what I'm saying. Like, take me to an asylum, please. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. I'm unwell. But, like, I was just like, and don't get me wrong, everyone has their own, like, healing process.
Yes.
But the thing is you're at, for the most part, like, you're crying to a complete stranger. Like, your friends that are here are so sick of you crying, they literally aren't even comforting you. So these strangers come and comfort you, and you have the audacity to hyperventilate in front of me?
But
are you fucking kidding?
I think that's also a little bit on her friends. Like, yeah, maybe the thought was, okay, you know what? It's okay. Like, I know you're sad, but, you know, let's go out. Let's get your mind off of it a little bit. I can see that. But if you know she's a mess, she's been crying for hours and hours, someone take her home or something. Like literally, I was walking some friends out at the end of the night. Like, the sun's coming up in 2 hours. Just sitting on the porch.
Yeah, crying.
And I was just like, at the point, I just walked over.
Yeah.
Just walked over
you
her.
Just stopped feeling bad.
I'm like, okay, she's still safe. She's here. Moved on.
It's just like a lot. It's just a lot. It's just like too much. I feel like if you're going to like not a stranger, but someone where you're not.
You don't really know them.
Exactly. Where you're not super familiar with them, you shouldn't be crying on their porch for 5 hours. That's just my opinion.
But there's that crier. And then there's the happy crier.
There's a happy crier. We're happy criers.
We're happy criers.
Yeah, me and Gabby probably cry to each other at least almost, I think every time we get drunk.
Every time.
At some point during the night.
Yeah.
Just like literally to tell each other how much we love each other. And how much we appreciate each other. It'll be at the most random times too. Like we'll just like, I'll catch her in the kitchen and then I'll be going to the bathroom.
It's
and then
for
like
sure almost like peak like
drunkenness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll just look at each other and like, I love you.
Like, I love you too.
Thank you for praying for me.
Like the other night, not the other night, but like last week or something, like we got like really drunk here, like with our friends. And we ended up in the bathroom again. And I think you were like blacked out, browned out. We're going to go over that one soon. And we're in the bathroom talking. Oh, you know what? One of us did have to go pee because, again, girls travel in packs.
Yes.
We go to the bathroom together.
Have to.
So whatever. One of us went pee, washing our hands, whatever. And then we're about to go out. And Alexis was like, Gabby, I'm such a bitch. And I was just like... And I was like, I love you anyways.
Doesn't even tell me no you're not. Doesn't even fucking tell me no you're not. She says, I love you for who you are. Like, what the fuck? That's not what you should have said.
But tell me why I didn't bother you. And you're like, and you literally cried for happiness. And we both cried. And then we got ourselves together. Like,
I can't.
We happy cried.
I can't.
Well, there's two different kinds of criers.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we have number 12, life of the party.
Yeah. This person is just, I feel like this person doesn't necessarily call for the attention to be at them, but just people tend to gravitate towards this person. They're just very, like, personable. They're very, like, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny even. Like, they're, like, people just want to talk to them because of who they are. I feel like that's more so the life of the party. I feel like
they're definitely not, like, trying hard.
Yes,
you know?
They're not trying. I feel like that's, like, the biggest difference between them
everyone's
and, like,
friend.
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone's friend. The life of the party.
Life of the party. Mm-hmm. A good time.
They're a good time. No drama.
Tell me why, though. And this brings us to number 13. Every time everyone is at the peak of their drunkenness, there's just that one, and I feel like it's a male, a majority of the time, that one male who just thinks, oh, call me Kershaw. I'm a professional beer pong player.
Kershaw.
Yeah, he's a pitcher for the Dodgers. He's a professional.
I feel like I associate like basketball more with like beer pong.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, like they're always like going like this, whereas like, you know, like you're pitching.
I feel it.
To be fair, you do throw your beer pong balls really hard. And you make it. You like...
I don't like do the arch. I don't know how to do the little arch. I don't know how to do the arch.
You like chuck that shit.
Yeah, I'm like sniper.
Kershaw.
Knock it over. Let's go.
Yeah, I feel like the people who act like the professional beer pong players are always the guys.
Yeah, and the game gets always so
yelling
intense.
Out Kobe.
Yes.
Always looking at, you know, they're
like, I called fire, but they never called fire.
They got
are heating up or whatever the fuck.
5 seconds on the clock, acting like this is like the shot of their lives.
They're like Redemption. They have everybody in the fucking like surrounding areas kiss the ball. I'm like, get the fuck out. You magician, get out of here.
Like, I feel like I'm not on that level, but I'll definitely get into my game. Like, if I make a good shot or my partner makes a good shot, I'm just like, fuck yeah. Like, I'm definitely like...
I feel like I've never witnessed it, so I can't speak on that behalf.
Oh, well.
I feel like just once. But usually when we play together, for some reason, we just never finish. Just never.
We never finish.
It doesn't matter who it is.
We never finish or we lose.
We lose because we walk away like 30 times.
Yeah, but also, if we actually do manage to get to the end of the game, we can't make the last cut.
Yeah, that's true. Neither one of us are finishers.
No. We're not.
God damn. You need a partner.
We do.
Yeah.
And next we have the Daredevil.
This is the person I'm daring to streak at 2 a.m. and they're going to do it.
Yes.
Because they're so drunk at this point, they'll do anything. You want them to take 3 more shots in a row? They'll do it. They'll be throwing up in about 10 minutes, but they'll still do it.
They're still going to do it.
Yeah.
Damn the consequences. They're going to do it.
Yeah. These are the people who get arrested and get held for the 12 hours or 24 hours or whatever for being drunk and disorderly.
They're the people who just dance on the edge.
On the ledge.
On the ledge. On the
yeah,
ledge.
They are. Love that for
And
them.
we actually have a ledge.
We do.
Above our stairs.
And someone has danced on it.
And our friend Chucky
there
just
she is.
can't stay off that ledge. One day she's going to fall, break her neck. But we'll be there for her. We had a great time.
To a good time. Oh, God. So funny.
So funny. So next, what I mentioned earlier, the blackout, brownout. Do you want to explain? Okay, so I think we've all heard of when someone blacks out. What about brownout?
Okay. Let me explain, because apparently, like, I made this up. I feel like I didn't, but if I did, then I might be a genius. I don't know. But, so, there's a blackout, obviously, where, like, you just drink too much, you don't remember anything. And then there's a brownout. And I tend to brown out a little more consistently than I like to admit. But, like, still, it's not a full blackout, so it doesn't count as a blackout. But maybe, like, I don't know, like, every 30 minutes or so, there's, like, 10 minutes missing. Like, you know, like, you remember 20 minutes, you forget 5. Like... You know, you just brown out. You remember bits and pieces of the night, but you can't necessarily put the whole night together.
Yes.
That's a brownout. And I swear to God, it's a thing. But anytime I've said it around anyone, they, like, look at me like I'm crazy. So maybe I did make it up.
You should, like, get the rights on that.
I should. I should call Urban Dictionary right now and be like, brownout, I called it.
Yeah. TM. Alexis Monet.
Alexis Monet.
So, okay, I have a question. Okay. What is a drink that never fails to make you black out if you have enough?
Tequila. I can drink whiskey, vodka, gin probably. I don't really like gin, but I could probably drink it. And, like, not black out. But if I drink enough tequila, first of all, if I drink tequila in general in my night, I'm browning out for sure. But
that's a guaranteed brownout.
That's a guaranteed brownout. But if I'm like drinking tequila consistently throughout the night, consistently enough to where it's like I've had more than, because I don't really when I drink hard liquor, I don't really drink mixed drinks. I'll just take shots, and then I'll have kind of like my Claw to chase it or something, or a Truly or something. So if I'm having more than probably like 6 shots of tequila, I'm blacking out. Yeah.
For me, which I barely learned earlier this year, like I've browned out plenty of times. When I truly blacked out, I learned the next day that I blacked out because Alexis was telling me about the whole night, and I'm like, when the fuck did any of this happen?
She literally, I was so shook because I was like telling her about stuff, and I was like, dude, you were so coherent. Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, I don't remember that happening.
And because I do tend to act like, I put on the biggest front, I act very coherent. Yeah. Like when I'm like really drunk, because I just feel like I feel more safe that way. Like somebody's not gonna like fuck with me as much if I'm not like, on the ground or, acting like weird, whatever. Mm-hmm. So anyway, she told me about the night that I thought never happened. Literally. And what I had drank was Hennessy. Mind you, I never drink Hennessy. Never. And that same night, that was my friend I was talking about whose birthday we had here, who was on the toilet, throwing up, whatever, in the bathroom for damn near an hour and a half. I drank Hennessy that night with him, and I don't remember shit. Like, I was shook. Like, never again will I drink that. Like, yeah. And I love the taste. That's the worst part. I actually really like it.
Actually so terrible because Hennessy might be like the worst thing I've ever drank.
That's crazy because
like every time I drink it, I like my throat literally closes and I can't swallow it. And I literally have to like almost gag in order to open my throat up. Like what? But
Yeah. So I've blacked out on Hennessy, and that's just gonna be like the last time.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh god. All right, so that brings us to the overly drunk person. So this is the person that maybe they're not down and out. Maybe they're not throwing up. Maybe they're still, at the party living it up, but they're also like falling over, or they're leaning against a wall during a concert and passed out, or at a club.
When I say you just described Nick,
I know.
That is him. Nick, you are the category of passed out, overly drunk person.
Yeah. Happy feet. We love to see it.
When I say it takes talent to fall asleep standing up, with Vegas club lights.
And music.
And Vegas, speakers going off, that takes some talent.
Yeah, and he did it.
You almost need to respect that.
It's like you should be in the Guinness World Record book.
Yeah.
For being able to fall asleep anywhere.
Fall asleep in the clubs. Like, literally in the clubs.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Standing up, that's what got me.
Yeah, standing up. It's crazy. God. This category is for you, Nick. And It's, like, always the first one. And it's just funny because we're all, like, used to it. So we just start, like, using him as, like, target practice. I remember one time, one of his friends was, like, drawing mustaches on his face, like, penises. Oh, my God. Like, it's actually hilarious.
I'm so, like, scared of being that person. So I don't want to be the one that passes out.
The person's also, like, the first victim of the night.
Yeah. Yeah, the ones that can't hang. I feel like they should be called, like, can't hang.
Yeah.
Can't hang. Overly drunk can't hang.
Overly drunk can't hang. Yeah.
Oh, God. Thank God we can hang.
Thank God.
We'll be one of the last people.
We will definitely be one of the last people standing.
Yeah. I think you would be, like, the last person standing. I think I would get far enough, but then I would be smart enough to, like, put myself to bed and, like, lock my door.
Yeah, you would.
So no one would fuck.
If there's ever a time where I'm not one of the last people standing and I'm just out in the open, something went wrong. Someone drugged me. Someone drugged me. There's ain't no fucking way I'm falling asleep in the open.
Yeah.
Under the public eye.
Yeah.
There's no way.
You would, like, hide in a closet or something before you
I would lock myself in a closet or fall asleep outside behind a bush before I fall asleep on a couch in someone's fucking living room.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
I can't say that it couldn't be me, but I don't think it would be. I'm not going to say it never will be, but I feel like it wouldn't. You know? Yeah. I just don't want to make any promises.
Just know, if you can't find me, I passed out and needed to hide. Don't worry, I'll come back the next morning. The next morning, I'll come back.
You'll find me eventually.
I'll make an appearance.
I'll turn up.
I'll turn up. Don't worry. Don't call the cops.
Oh,
Okay. So next, number 17 is attention whores.
Attention whores. So I feel like this gets confused with the life of the party. So the life of the party is someone that doesn't necessarily attract attention to themselves in the sense of they want the attention. It's just like naturally people gravitate to them.
Yes.
Attention whores are people who like to make scenes or like to be extra or like to
They just try really hard.
they try
Jump
really
on the table.
hard. Yes. And just like want to be seen and wants everybody to like be looking at them,
Starts
paying
yelling.
attention to them. Yes.
Like, or maybe even like starts. Maybe that could even relate to like the angry one, or like, you know, if you're kind of like aggressive because you just like want some attention. Like,
Yeah.
You just want people to fucking look at you.
That's true.
Whatever.
Yeah. I feel like that's the attention whore. Yeah, for
that's
sure.
the attention whore, and that's not really a good time. Luckily, I feel like we don't really know or have had anyone, at least at our place, act like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So that's nice. And next we have number 18, just whores.
Yeah. You gotta have them. Everybody's gotta have them. I mean, what would you do without them?
It wouldn't be as good of a time.
It would not be as good of a time. And by whores, we 100% mean girls who will make out with anyone and do whatever they goddamn
and
please.
just to be 100% clear, we are not slut shaming.
No, we're not shitting on them. I think this is my honest to God true opinion. I think every single female has had a night where you were one of the whores. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing wrong. Every party needs a whore. And there's nothing bad about it. You come in, you look good, you smell good, you have a good personality. Maybe you're a good kisser. I don't know. You want to make out with some dudes? Fucking do it.
And if there's a guy that talks shit on you and you find out about it, it is only because he's mad you didn't make out with him.
Yeah, 100%. If anyone has anything to say about the way that you are dressed, unless it's
hell no.
unless it's like you're showing up like, I don't know, with fucking pasties on to like a baptism or something.
And like a thong.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no
if
one-
you looking like you're going to EDC, like
if you're Raven, you're going to a baptism, get out.
If you're Raven at like a game night,
Yeah.
just dial it back a little bit.
Yeah. Get a coat. But, I mean, if you're showing up to a party like that, like, I mean, fuck it. Like,
Who cares?
who cares? Yeah. Like, the only people who are going to hate on you are people who feel like
Damn,
they
she's
can't,
so free. She's doing
yeah,
whatever
they
she
can't
wants.
be you or they can't have you.
I like that.
Yeah. That's the only people that are going to hate on you. They can't be you or they can't have you. And that's just how it is. Unless you're like one of those girls who genuinely, like, not genuinely, this is not genuine, but who hits on like boyfriends, then
Oh,
it's like,
yeah. And
stay in
you
your
know,
lane. Yeah.
and you
Stay in your
know.
lane. Get in your place.
That's-
Don't be that person. But
Like-
other than that, like, be free.
You're going to get 1-800 fucked up if you start doing that shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
No one wants to see that.
No one wants to deal with that.
But that kind of relates. Whores are kind of somewhat cousins to the flirt.
The flirt. What's the difference?
I feel like the flirt, they're not going to go as far.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just, gonna mingle with people. Might, like, bat their eyes, might say, like, oh, like, you're looking good. Or, oh, like, start a conversation. Just be flirty.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have a lot to say about this because I feel like I'm going to have a lot to say later. So I'm just going to leave it at the flirt is fun. The flirt is a good time.
The flirt's cute.
Yeah.
The flirt is fun. They're thriving.
Yeah. I think the difference between the flirt and the whores is the flirt is almost like a tease.
Yeah.
Whereas the whores, they'll actually like do something about it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the difference.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Next we have number 20, the horny ones.
The horny drunks, the horny partiers.
Yes.
So these are the people who at the end of the night are hitting their boyfriends up at 3 a.m. to come over. These are also the people who are hitting up their booty calls at 3 a.m. to come over. So, I mean, what's the difference, really?
Or even, like, I have seen, like, couples, whatever, get super into it on the dance floor.
Oh, my God, yes. I'm not going to lie. I'm just not the type of person who likes PDA in general. So when I go out and I see like basically a guy finger banging his girl over her underwear, I literally want to kill myself. I'm just like, get a room, go to the bathroom, find a car behind the building, anywhere else.
The parking lot.
Anywhere else other than my line of sight.
Outside.
Like, please, get out.
Outside.
I will literally like look at you with utter disgust. But
Yeah.
it's just because like it personally just makes me uncomfortable. I don't like to like, I don't know.
Like, I could ignore it, but I just rather not see it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's just not cute. It's just not a thing.
there's a place.
Yeah.
Whatever time you want, there's a place.
Yeah. So we have a story. God. This is, I think, the same night as the crier story. Was it? Oh, no. It was a different night. No, this is my motherfucker. Let me tell you. This was approximately almost 1 year ago on my birthday, when Cal thought it would be a good idea to invite his friends over because apparently it was his birthday and not mine. And I literally wanted to shake him.
Yeah.
And when I tell
Still
you,
does.
I still do. I've like literally considered asking him not to be home on the day of my birthday because I'm still so upset with him. And he doesn't understand why. But that's besides the point. The point of this story is he had his friends over. And two of them had gotten really drunk. So we're going to call one Chick-fil-A. What was the name?
Chick-fil-A.
What was the name? Chicken Little. Chicken Little.
Chicken
God
Little.
damn it, not Chick-fil-A.
I was actually considering it. It sounds like a good nickname. Chicken Little.
Chicken Little. And we're going to call the other one Red Shirt, which is kind of funny because, like, that's literally, till this day, I can't remember her name because she'll just forever be Red Shirt to me because she was wearing a red shirt that night. So they had gotten drunk and they had gotten a little horny, which is fine. Do what you got to do. Feel how you want to feel.
Which makes sense for Chicken Little because I just know how they are.
Yeah. It's fine. You know, whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
The thing is Gabby and we were upstairs for some reason.
No, yeah. You were in here and I was outside.
No, I was upstairs.
Oh. Okay.
I was going to my room because I was the one who caught them and I came downstairs and I told you.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. So I was like going up to go to my room and they were making out in the hallway upstairs. And mind you, like, we're very much like, my house is your house. We're super open.
Yes.
Like, but we're very, very weird about who we let upstairs. Because that's like our bedrooms. That's like a very intimate space.
That's our personal space. All our, things are up there. Like, we don't want anyone sneaking in there, when they're horny, banging. So we are very, like, particular of who we decide, to let, throw their purse in there for the night or, like, whatever it may be. Like, we're very strict about that.
Yeah. And, like, literally, if people need to use the restroom upstairs, I walk them up there. Mm-hmm. And then I, like, walk them back down.
Yeah.
Not because necessarily I don't trust them, because a lot of times I only let my close friends do that. But it's just, like, we're just very weird about, like, our personal space. So, anyways, they were upstairs. And I didn't know these people. This was the first time I was meeting them. I was pissed as fuck because they were even there because I didn't know them and it was my birthday. And I was like, what the fuck? And they're like making out in the hallway and they're getting ready to go into Cal's room. And I go downstairs and I tell Gabby, I was like, hey, like there's these two people upstairs. Again, couldn't remember their names. And Gabby goes, who? And I was like, I don't know, Red Shirt and someone else. Literally, like word for word what I said because she was wearing a red shirt. And she was like, oh, hell no. And then she was like, are they going in my room? And I was like, I don't think so. I think they were going in Cal's room. So then that's when you went to Cal.
But just know, pause. If anyone ever, I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
If anyone ever went in mine or Alexis's room, there would be blood.
Yeah. I don't give a shit if you're my best friend.
Yes.
I will fuck you up if you try to have sex in my room.
And we will dump your body into our local dumpster down the street.
Yeah.
It's how to get that out in the open. Yeah. But anyways.
Yeah, so then Gabby came down and she like told Michael, she's like, hey, you need to go get your friends because they're upstairs and I'm pretty sure they're trying to hook up in your room. And like Michael was so like chill about it. Like he was almost like okay with it.
Said Michael.
Fuck.
And Cal.
Yeah.
Was so chill.
And Cal was so chill about it. He was like almost like whatever. And I was like, go get your motherfucking friends. out of our house. I was so upset. You were upset.
Yeah.
It was just, like, not okay.
I didn't even give a fuck that they were, like, doing the most, like, being little, you know.
Just, like, go to the car.
Horny people. Like, I don't even care. But it's like, don't go upstairs. Like, this isn't your fucking place.
Yeah. And the thing was, is they were down here trying to do that shit. But then people had to use the restroom. So then they got,
we have,
kicked
like,
out.
this wall. We have, well, obviously, people need to use the restroom down here. And then we have this wall where you can kind of, like, almost, like, hide behind. Like, you know, not everyone's going to see you behind the certain wall we have. And they were trying to, like, be discreet behind there. And it's like, dude, just take it outside.
Yeah. It was just not
Oh, my God. It was so annoying. So annoying.
So, shout out to the horny people. Keep it in your pants unless you go to the car. Don't do it in my room. I'll stab you.
Yes. That's the moral of that story. And then last but not least, number 21, the one who never makes it out.
Yeah. We have a friend.
And his name?
Is Donkey. And let me tell you why it's Donkey. He's a jackass. He's literally, we invite him over all the time. And he always has an excuse as to why he can't come. Like, let's say, like, we've invited him, like, 20 times, okay? He's maybe come to 3 of those events.
Yeah, I was just going to say 3.
And this last time, he specifically asked us to throw him a party.
And in which like, we did. Like, my spring break is going to be over soon, whatever. And then he was like, have something. Like, the drinks are flowing at the time, too. So we're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and we did.
We 100% did.
And guess who didn't make it? When I tell you he's banned from this house, I absolutely mean that with every fiber of my being. Unless, like, he brings me a gift at this point.
And it's, like, not even the fact that, like, we'll invite him and he doesn't show up. Yeah, it's that. But there have literally been times where he'll be like, yeah, I'm coming, I'm going. And just won't show up.
Mm-hmm. That's, like, worse. That's worse. Like, just tell me you're not coming from the get-go and just leave it at that. Tell me you're not coming and then one day just show up and I'll be so happy. Rather than you saying that you're coming and then not showing up because then I just don't want to invite you ever again.
Yeah.
That's number 21. That's the worst kind of party people. Almost.
That's almost the worst.
Almost. Besides, like, maybe the angry ones.
So those are the 21 types of party people. So after Alexis and I went over this list, we were like, okay, we should apply these to each other.
Yeah. So I made a list of the ones that I think applies to Gabby, and Gabby made a list of the ones that she thinks applies to me. And these are what we came up with. Do you want me to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
You could go first.
Okay. So for Gabby, I have...
We haven't seen these.
No.
Okay.
This is like our initial reactions, I guess. Okay. I went in order, like, based off of, like, the order that we said them in. So I put the stoner. But only when you drink. I feel like you're, like, if someone's like, oh, like, do you want some? And you're, like, a little drunk. You're like, oh, okay, like, yeah. Like, you know? You're kind of, like, down. But, like, any other time, you'll be like, I'm good. I'm chilling. Like, I'm fine. Which leads to the hungry one. Because at the end of the night, you're, like, down to go get some food.
I'm always at Jack in the Box. Or Alberta's.
We're both guilty of being the bathroom hog. Absolutely. So, definitely that one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're the babysitter in both senses. I feel like you babysit your drinks in the sense of shots. Don't tell me that you don't. You literally...
Babysit shots?
Gabby,
If we're all as a group taking shots?
Gabby, I've literally watched you.
Okay, but that's only when I'm like, if I take this shot, it's all downhill from here. That is the only time I'll do that.
Other people will still do it. I will still do it, and I think you're taking it with me, and you're taking a fucking water shot.
See, it's like by the time that happens, the spins are happening. The spins are happening.
I stand by that decision.
I'm not saying
that you babysit your drinks, because if you have, like, a mixed drink in your hand, you'll chug it. But as far as, like, when it comes to later in the night and everybody else is taking shots, you'll literally throw that shit behind you like you've spilled some salt. Over the shoulder. Right over the shoulder. And I'm just like, bitch, I fucking took it. I'm gonna fucking die. So die with me.
Just know, we'll be, like, you know, everyone's so happy. We're taking group shots, whatever. And I'll pour, you know, whatever. I'll have my shot. And as everyone is, like, peak, you know, like, swallowing their shot, heads are up, eyes are closed, they're making their faces, whatever, I toss mine either on the floor or above my shoulder. And just know when everyone is done, just like everyone else, slam my little shot glass on the table and just make that little face. No one knows. But it's like,
hater.
I would never do that at the beginning of the night.
I'm not saying at the beginning of the night.
No,
I'm
just
at the
explaining
end.
to them. I'm just explaining to them. But when I know I'm on that downward spiral, I'm going to do what I got to do. Period.
I just have nothing to say to that. I just have absolutely nothing to say to that. You know why? Because that brings me to my next one.
Oh, God.
The aggressive shot pusher. She is so fucking quick to be like, let's take a shot. Let's take a shot. You need another one. Come on. Like, don't be a pussy. Like, blah, blah, blah. And this bitch will literally either, one, take a water shot or throw that shit over her shoulder. And I'm like, you motherfucker.
You're acting like I've taken so many water shots right now.
Okay. Honestly, I can say at least, like, I don't know. I feel like I've caught you a few times. Like, maybe not taking water shots, but, like, throwing it over your shoulder. I've caught you at least, like, once every other time we've gone out. Or had something here. And you've been, like, heavily drinking.
Okay.
But you also don't always, like, heavily drink. Because some shit happens or, like, some bullshit. So.
Yeah.
But, yeah. You're, like, the one to always try to get everybody else to drink. You know what? You're the one with the bottle. Metaphorically. And you fill everybody else's glass, but then you don't fill yours. And I'm just like,
100% when people come, I'll be like, your entry is one shot.
Yeah. And she's barely just came down, hasn't even, like, opened a glass.
Or I feel like if I just want to, like, mix things up a little bit, get people excited, or if I think, like, the vibe is kind of slow, I'm like, we're taking shots. I will do it. I will. Yeah. I will make people do it.
Yeah. She will.
You're right.
She'll make you feel guilty about it.
I'll literally be like, take the shot or leave. Like.
Yeah. 100%.
And they do it, don't they?
I'm not arguing
It ends
with you.
for a great night.
And this is why she ends up being the babysitter number 2. Because she gets everyone else around her fucked up. So she has to take care of them.
And
so it goes full circle, you know?
I'm happy to take care of people.
Yes, you are. Mm-hmm. And then there's the crier. But we're happy criers. We have been, I will say both of us have been, like, the sad crier before. But that's, like, when we're going through shit. Like, you know, and then when you're drunk, it just really gets to you. But for the most part, like I said, like, me and Gabby will meet up in the bathroom once at least during the night and then just cry to each other that we love each other really quick and then, like, leave. Yeah. So, you're a crier. Mm-hmm. I also think you're the life of the party. Wow. I think you like to stay in your shell a lot of the times. But when you do let yourself, like, be free, you can be the life of the party, but I feel like it's circumstantial. Mm-hmm. Like, it depends who it's with, who's here.
Yeah, for sure.
How comfortable you are with them and stuff. Yeah. But I definitely think you have the potential to be the life of the party. It just depends. Mm-hmm. And then you're definitely a horny drunk. Because end of the night, you know,
ain't denying that.
They're always here.
There. Goddamn.
Well,
is that your list?
That's my list. So you had 8.
I love that. So
I'm nervous.
Moving on to my list. I actually need to add one because I'm surprised I left it out after I heard yours. So this is out of order, when I wrote it. But the first one I have is passed out. Just because I feel like most of the time you do retire before I do. Yeah. If I ever want to check up on you or do whatever, you're passed out.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I'm not the type of passed out that'll pass out on the couch. I 100% will walk myself to my bed. I'll literally be like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I never come back.
If 3 a.m. is upon us and she goes upstairs, she's not coming back down. No. She'll be like, oh, I just need to go to the bathroom. And she uses the same excuse every time. And I'm like, we all know what this means at this point. We all know. So we're like, oh, Alexis is going to bed, whatever. Yeah. But I always just check up on her, just make sure, she's alive. And passed out.
Passed out. That's fair.
Can I share that I found you on the toilet?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So, the other night, I went to check up.
This is one of the bad passed out moments.
Yeah. So, we were playing this game, Jackbox, and then she loves sitting on the floor. She always sits on the floor when we were playing this game.
I do, huh?
And she left her White Claw, like, can, like, next to her, and she just, like, accidentally knocked it over. Whatever. And she was just, like, so shook about it. I don't know why. She was like, oh, my God, like, freaking out. And I was like, why are you tripping out? And whatever. She, like, kind of cleaned it real quick. Kind of, because, like, Cal had to clean the rest. It was so funny. There was a lot left. And he just, like, went upstairs. And I'm like, why did she just go? You didn't even say you were going to the bathroom. Like,
I was just so sad about my claw.
Yeah. I guess she was just really sad about, like, you know, whatever. And people were, like, leaving, like, shortly after that. And then I was going to go get Jack in the Box. It was, like, the end of the night. So I was like, okay, let me go, like, upstairs, check on Alexis, see if she wants anything. I go upstairs, knock on her door, nothing. I'm like, I'm going. Peek into her room, don't see her. I'm like, where the fuck?
She's dead. But
I was
she's
like,
alive.
where is she? Look on the floor, not there. And then I go into the bathroom. When I open the bathroom door, she is, you know, on her knees, arms leaning against the toilet, head in toilet, fully snoring.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Sleep.
There was an echo from the snore, like, because your head was just in the toilet bowl.
Yeah. It was a rough night. It was a rough night. I haven't thrown up in so long. And I threw up so much. But
That
the craziest
surprises
part
me.
is that I walked myself upstairs. Usually when I'm at the point where I'm throwing up, I'm like shit-faced.
Yeah.
So like I'm very even surprised that I discreetly made my way upstairs.
Yeah. Actually crazy. So passed out.
Embarrassing.
And then I put bathroom hog because we both are kind of bathroom
Yeah.
hogs because we always end up going to the bathroom together.
Definitely.
So whenever one of us breaks the seal, we're like, oh, come to the bathroom with me. We'll go. End up in there for 30 minutes talking about how much we love each other. And I guess that also relates to criers.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're not a crier unless, like, we're having one of our moments.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't put it initially, but after I heard yours, I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm not I'm not an emotional drunk, I feel.
No.
I'm like a very happy drunk unless
You
like
are.
I'm like belligerent and I'm just like like you know, like wild, but yeah,
Yes.
I'm not like a very emotional drunk.
No, not at all. And then I actually put, like, one of the first ones I put was Life of the Party.
Oh.
Because usually we're having the party because of you. You're the one that knows everyone, talking to everyone, like, you're the life of the party. It's not even like me where it's like circumstantial, like you just are.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
And one of the most important ones, Alexis,
God.
is the flirt. She is the flirt. And I just, like, love to see it. I love to see her be free. Because, like, it's not even like cringy. It's like, you know, she's like, it's just like subtle. It's a little flirt, like, you know. And it's just like, I see it. Like, I just see it when it happens, and I just laugh.
The funniest part is like a lot of the times, I guess, when I'm flirting, my brain likes to block it out, and that's the parts I brown out. But like, it's honestly, I'll flirt with anyone, guy, girl, like just like. I just think it's fun. I think that's what it is. I just like kind of do it for fun. Like,
and it is fun.
Yeah. It's just
fun.
like, I don't know, living my best life. But I am like, literally, I'm known amongst like my closest friends to be the flirt. Yeah.
You are flirty. And then I put the hungry one.
Fair.
Because you will participate in the snacking, things like that. She got Wingstop one time. I didn't believe her. When she said, she was like, oh, do you like want wings? Like the lemon pepper ones are really good. And I was like, ew, like lemon. Like, I was like, no thanks. She, you know, we get the wings, they get delivered. And she's like, oh, just try it. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll try it. That shit was so bomb. It was so good. I'm more than positive it was because I was pretty drunky, but it tasted like the best thing ever. Ate half of her wings.
Yeah. I had 2 out of the 8.
More than half of her wings.
I was like, where did they go? I remember I was just so upset. Because I was like, I literally asked you if you wanted your own.
You did.
Like,
You did.
I was like, what the fuck?
And I've never really done that before, like ate someone else's food. But I was like so hungry after I had that first initial bite. And I was like, dang, this is good. Went in.
Yeah. It was
But
funny.
yeah, you and I both hungry ones.
Yeah, for sure.
100% I put black out, brown out.
Yeah. I'm not proud of it, but it happens.
Yeah.
It's because a lot of my friends' drink of choice is tequila.
Yeah.
And tequila literally is like my poison. It's
lot
my
of them
kryptonite.
like drinking tequila.
Yeah, literally all of our friends like tequila. The only time like I won't drink it is like if me and Gabby go out of our way to buy our own bottle.
We really, like, we're like one of the only ones that ever buy whiskey.
Yeah, literally. And a lot of the times too, like Gabby she likes Jameson. I don't really care for Jameson, so like if she gets her own bottle, I'm just like, well, fuck it. Like I'm just gonna drink whatever somebody else brings and take a shot and then drink my claws. Like that's it. So I'm kind of just like assed out at that point. It's my own fault. Like I'm not even gonna try to say it's anyone else's. But yeah, no, it's every time I drink tequila, I just like forget a lot.
That's all right.
20 minutes here and there. 5, I don't know.
Okay, so next I put not as severe as me, but aggressive shot pusher.
Really?
I put it just because I feel like if we're all gonna take shots, and if there's one person who's like no or like
oh, that's true.
you will chime in 100% and be like, come on, like you'll say something.
That's very true.
You'll say something to them. So I'm like,
or like if someone challenges me,
yes,
and like I'm like ready for the next one and they're not, I'll be like, well, don't be a bitch now, like So yeah, you're right. I can be. Yeah,
you can be. Not as bad as me. You can be.
Yeah.
And for the last one, I put horny. Because when I say this woman escapes to her appointments, whether they're here or somewhere else.
Honestly, and I don't tell anyone.
She will not tell a soul.
I don't tell anyone.
But somehow, towards the end of the night, I usually have an eye on her. That's how I know when she goes upstairs. That's how I know when she leaves. So at this particular time, she, was traveling. She was traveling to her appointment via Uber. And I see her just walk through the door. And she changed. And I was like, what the fuck? She didn't say bye to me. Like, nothing. So I took my heels off. And mind you, I don't like walking barefoot in the outside world. In my own house, that's fine. But like, not even in my backyard. I knew she had a head start on me. So I threw my heels off. And I know she was trying to escape. And tell me why, I went outside, couldn't even see her. She was literally gone.
I was walking so fast.
She walked so fast, and I barely saw her in the distance. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta go. Gotta blast. So I literally chased after her. Her Uber just arrived, and she was just like, I was really fucked up. But basically, she was like, she's going, whatever. And I was harassing the Uber driver, like, you better get her there safely, blah, blah, being extra. Literally got his license plate number. Wrote it down in my notes. Got his name down in my notes. I'm pretty sure I still do. But, like, this woman's the horny one. Yeah. But if she ever has any, appointments where she needs to travel, and we're drinking, we're partying here, I will make her damn sure to know, like, exactly where she's going. Who's picking her
turn
up.
on at all times.
Yeah, locations on at all times. Like, it's actually funny.
Honestly, for the most part,
that's what also makes me kind of the babysitter, too.
Yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. But I feel like for the most part, I don't travel.
No.
They usually come here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely am, though. And it's convenient that I, like, this, like, sounds weird, but I can, like, rely on certain booty calls and, like, I know they'll come. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just, like, is what it is. And it's just like, wow, thank you. And you're welcome.
Yes.
So yeah, I agree with you.
That finishes off our list. That finishes off the 21 types of party people. We apologize for getting this episode out so late, but we hope you enjoyed it. I feel like we really did.
Yeah, we don't have any segments this time just because honestly, we're out of time. This shit's, like, way too long already. But we'll start up our whole, like, tip of the day and, like, what's your cup of tea, what's not your cup of tea next time. If there is a next time.
We hope there is.
No, there will be. Maybe not for, like, another 3 months, but there will be.
We'll update you on how Alexis almost died again.
Dude, literally, it's been, like, a monthly occurrence, so you'll probably have something new. But, yeah, so thank you for, honestly, listening. If you're even, like, listening to this, like, thank you, because we're trash at podcasting, but, like, I guess we're kind of good at it, too. I don't know.
people ask us about it.
I know people like listen, so I'm just like, oh my god, you care? It's not our moms. What do you mean? But yeah, so thanks for listening. We hope you like this episode. She was
fun.
yeah, she was fun.
She was.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk to you next time.
Should we? Oh, we should tell platforms.
Oh, yes. So in case you fucking forgot, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Google Podcasts, and a couple other ones that I honestly don't really remember, but those are like the main ones. So please leave us comments.
Rate us.
Rate us. Questions, concerns. We're willing to hear it. Yes, suggestions. If you have like any ideas for like episodes, if you have us on social media, just DM us. Or you can just leave suggestions like in the comments.
Yes.
But yeah, that's it.
Thank you for listening in, and join us next time.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.